Hakulia, Shumawish tipa Shumawish, Anet Cordero kakti, Kapanish humolo ki chumashi suktun, Kastro kapkamuli. Hello, everyone. Good health, peace to all of you. My name is Annette Cordero, and my ancestral Chumash village is Siuktun, which is located in the West Beach and Mesa areas. It's good that all of you are here today. On behalf of my elders, past and present, our future generations, and all my relatives, two-legged, four-legged, winged, and crawling, on the earth, within the earth, in the air, and in the waters, I would like to welcome you here today as you work to deepen your understanding of the importance of protecting our environment. The Chumash people have existed here for more than 15,000 years and spent millennia living in respect, harmony, and balance with our environment. Unfortunately, through settler colonization and other damaging processes, that balance has been disrupted to the point where our land, air, and waters are in constant threat of being irreparably harmed. Though we, the Chumash people, have constantly and consistently worked for their defense, our efforts have been largely marginalized and ignored, while those who currently occupy our homeland continue to threaten her. Organizations such as Los Padres Forest Watch, therefore, are incredibly important in helping us to protect our ancestral home. And I'm glad that we have already been working with Los Padres Forest Watch to protect areas like Pine Mountain, which is a sacred ceremonial site that is very significant to us. We believe that when we speak out, we are giving voice to the land and all our relatives whose own voices are not being heard. Please listen carefully to what they are trying to say to you when you hear the information here tonight. I and all my relatives continue to welcome you as you do your vital work. Aho.
Colleague at Santa Barbara City College and member of the coastal band of the Chumash Nation. To start off with tonight, I would like to actually read a statement that was crafted in conjunction with the Coastal Band and the Wishtoyo Foundation on behalf of the people on whose land we now stand and that we're working on tonight. As this gathering is virtual, we're all in different places, most of us, of course, in what is now known as California. But today I stand in the center of what is Chumash territory. And no matter where we are, most of us are on unceded, stolen, and occupied indigenous lands. We'd like to acknowledge this and pay respects to all of our indigenous elders, past, present, and emerging, their experiences, their lands, and the ways in which they live in right relationship with the natural world. Much of the work and many of the projects and advocacy work of Los Padres Forest Watch is within the traditional territory of the Chumash peoples and or other affected indigenous peoples in their territories. And every tribe, every council, every clan, every band is working diligently to restore and continue the traditional stewardship practices on these lands and heal from that historical trauma. And as guests tonight, it's our responsibility to understand and to acknowledge that historical and the current indigenous presence on the land and water that we are all working to protect. So I'd encourage all of us, all of you with us tonight virtually, to work together and really commit to advocating for ensuring that our processes make room for indigenous voices to be heard, that traditional ecological knowledge of these territories be listened to, and for the people to be part of the healing of these lands and waters, of course, as well as themselves. We know that this kind of acknowledgement is brief, it's in no way complete, but it demonstrates a commitment that really begins the process of creating a relationship with local indigenous communities to work to dismantle the ongoing legacies of settler colonialism. And if you don't already know whose land you stand on, you can actually go online to nativeland.ca, it's native-land.ca to find out. We think it's something important. So I'd like to thank again the Coastal Band of the Chumash Nation and the Wishtoyo Foundation for working with us to craft this statement tonight. And with that, I want to welcome you all to Santa Barbara Wild, the 6th annual, and this time, of course, it's virtual. We got some cheers, actually. We got some folks in the studio. It's a massive studio of 5 of us, so welcome to our studio tonight. My name is Jeff Green, and I have the pleasure of being your host and MC tonight. And my job really is to hold this program together. You're going to hear from many different voices. You're going to hear about the work of Los Padres Forest Watch. We're going to have a chance to raise money and resources to keep that work going. And of course, we're just going to celebrate all that has been done in more than a decade of this work in our region. So I want to start us off by introducing you to some of the leadership of Los Padres Forest Watch right now. We're going to have a couple of videos. First from Ethan Stone, the current president of the board of directors, and then from a man that you all know very well, Jeff Kuiper, the founder and executive director. So please let them welcome you tonight.
Hi, my name is Ethan Stone. I'm president of the board of Los Padres Forest Watch. Thank you for coming to our auction. We really appreciate it. I hope you have a great time, and I hope you find some really great stuff to bid on. If there's nothing that you end up with, I hope that you will support us in the Fund a Needs section and put a little money in the pot to help us do the best job possible for you. We're a small organization with a big job. Los Padres Forest is a watchdog organization for Los Padres Forest and some associated public lands like the Carrizo Plain. Los Padres Forest alone encompasses 1.75 million acres and spans nearly 220 miles from Ventura County up to Monterey County. Just to give you an idea of some of the things that we've been involved with in the past year, we've opposed logging proposals in Pine Mountain and Cuddy Valley and obtained over 10,000 signatures opposing the BLM's fast-tracked efforts to really degrade this area by logging efforts. We are the only California environmental organization joining a lawsuit challenging the Trump administration's rollback of regulations on methane gas pollution on public lands, and we won that lawsuit. We collected thousands of signatures and attended hearings supporting a wildlife crossing on the 101 in Ventura County to maintain the genetic diversity of the wildlife in the Los Padres Forest. And the Ventura County Board of Supervisors did decide to support that proposal. We've protected public access to trails. We've gathered thousands of signatures and attended hearings to study listing the mountain lion as an endangered species in California, including Los Padres Forest, and that's moved ahead. We had a signature effort and a contact effort with the governor and legislatures to support a ban on second-generation anticoagulants that have been so devastating to the wildlife in our area. We host webinars on a variety of issues, such as how is the forest recovering from the devastating fires that we had? What can we do to prevent fires in the future? What impact will logging have on Pine Mountain and other areas? And these are available and archived on our website. We conduct hikes, particularly focused on youth that have limited access to our public lands, and these hikes are typically have a bilingual component to them. So I'd like to thank you again for helping to protect your public lands for current and future generations, and I hope you have a great time at the auction.
Well, hey there. Thank you so much. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight for Wild at Home. Let me just start off by saying, wow, just wow, what a year it's been. What a week it's been. Amidst all of the challenges we faced, it's become even more evident just how much we need public lands, not just for the sake of our planet, but for the sake of our own health, our own sanity, our own well-being. Yet for the past few years, enjoying our public lands has become more difficult as they faced pressures for more oil drilling, more mining, more logging, overcrowding, litter, and a concerted effort to roll back laws and regulations that have protected our national parks and protected our forests for decades. But every day we fought back. We lost a few battles here and there, but we picked ourselves up and we kept fighting and fighting harder for the environment, fighting harder for social justice, fighting harder for future generations. And after this tumultuous week, we have won. The environment won. Environmental justice won. Social justice won. Future generations won. As an organization with a long-term vision, our work over the years has spanned many shifts in the political winds. So every administration comes with its own challenges and its own opportunities for conservation. So as we look to 2021 and beyond, the cornerstone of our mission remains. Now, more than ever, we must come together to protect wildlife and wild spaces that we cherish. And this work is just beginning. There's a lot to fix, a lot of mess to clean up, a lot of rollbacks to roll back. We must continue to protect places like Pine Mountain from commercial logging. We must defend places like the Carrizo Plain National Monument from oil drilling. We must protect mountain lions, condors, steelhead, and other wildlife as they fight for survival. We must work at creating a more diverse and inclusive organization and movement where everyone feels welcome and empowered to explore and fight for the outdoors. And after years of playing defense, of holding the line, we can now pivot towards offense in promoting our own vision for public lands. This is a vision that values our public lands for wildlife habitat, for outdoor recreation, for clean air, clean water, and for guarding against the impacts of climate change. We'll have to work every single day to make that vision a reality. For now, tonight, let's celebrate. Let's celebrate our victories, celebrate our accomplishments. Let's celebrate the renewed hope we all have for a better world. Let's gather together amongst good friends, good company, for a darn good cause, and let's take the time to reflect on this journey we've been on together and the journey we're poised to take together in the coming years. There is so much work to be done, and Forest Watch is poised and ready to do it. Now, this work, it's only possible with your support. As a nonprofit organization, we rely on the generosity of our members and donors, all of you, who are committed to the cause of public lands and who give their time, their talents, and their dollars in ways that are most meaningful for you. So thank you. Thank you for always being there with us. And let's face it, it has been a tough year. But what continues to inspire me is the commitment and determination of our staff and board for hanging in there and giving it everything they've got. They are a force to be reckoned with, and we appreciate their commitment to protecting and defending places like the Los Padres and the Carrizo Plain National Monument for the benefits these lands provide to all of us. These public lands are your lands. They need your support now more than ever before. This administration will still be around for 68 days. Yes, we are counting. And the harmful policies that have been enacted, they won't suddenly disappear come Inauguration Day. It's going to take work, hard work, to secure a safe future for our region's public lands. And it begins right here tonight with your support. So thank you. Thank you for standing with us, for celebrating, for joining with us as we raise support for Forest Watch and work towards tomorrow with a renewed sense of hope, commitment, and determination to protect these special places right here in our own backyard. Thank you for being with us tonight.
Thank you so much, Ethan and Jeff, from one Jeff to another. I appreciate your work. We all appreciate your work. And of course, tonight, that's what we're here to do. We're here to support that work to make sure that Los Padres Forest Watch continues to thrive. And you heard right there, they're often the only thing that stands between our community, our lands, our public lands, and threats of all kinds. And so that's what they're here to do, is to make sure that we do take care of and keep watch over our public lands. Now, tonight, you've heard some of the why, and you're going to hear more of the why later. But tonight is Friday the 13th, and I just want to point something out. The last Friday the 13th, exactly 8 months ago, is when this all began. We all went into this remote world. It's been like this for 8 months, but I assure you that nothing, not even a remote environment, can stop the work of Los Padres Forest Watch, and you've heard a lot about that right there. So what we're going to do right now is actually raise some dollars for this work. We're already here, folks. You didn't expect it, but we're already here. This is auction time, and we're going to do this with the new PayBee platform that you're watching us on it right now. If you haven't used this before, I'm going to give you a couple of hints. There's some buttons right in front of you, and I can see the screen right in front of me. The button will have a price, and as I go through each of these auction items, you'll have a starting bid, and then every bid is $100 more. So that's how we're going to do it. It's $100 increments. We're going to start real nice and real even, and we're going to let everybody play, and then we're going to just get that through the stratosphere, and all those dollars, of course, go to help Los Padres Forest Watch. So, are we ready? I'm going to take that as a yes. Here's how we do it. Yeah, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen in the studio, are we ready? We're ready. Okay. We are going to let you stay at home because, you know, nobody's been doing that enough lately. Actually, no, this is a special staycation. This is a staycation at the Rosewood Miramar Beach Resort in Montecito and a Tesla car rental. And here's how it's going to work. It's going to be 2 days and 1 night at the Miramar. It's going to be in a generously, and I'm putting that in quotes, generously sized, because when they say that, they mean huge. Guest room, it sleeps up to 4 people. It's a lanai room. There's a furnished terrace or a patio. There's a view, could be the gardens, could be the mountains, but it's a beautiful view there. And of course, you know, this unparalleled beachfront location for that historic and now recently refurbished property. 6 restaurants, 5-star athletic spa and facilities, fitness suite, yoga studio, and you get to arrive in style in your very own, for a day, Tesla. And that Tesla, of course, is going to make you sleep better at night in that fabulous room because you feel good about your climate footprint because of the Tesla. So the value of this package is $1,750. We want to thank Rosewood Miramar Beach and we want to thank Tesla Santa Barbara for this. We are going to start this off, like I said, very gently at $300. I'm going to watch my screen. I'm going to look for that $300. I already see David Delaski. He's already at $500. And now we've got Rustin at $600. Beautiful. I love this. Just going to keep it going. By the way, that Tesla has got room for more people, and I am free that night, whatever night that is. I've never actually ridden in a Tesla. I'm just going to tell you that right now. And please, I don't even know why. But this is going to be 2 days, 1 night at the Miramar. Take it. Oh, Rachel, look, thank you very much, Rachel. We're at $700 already. We're not even halfway to value. You know you want this. And again, Jeff actually said he would accompany you as well if you want some personal guidance on Los Padres Forest Watch and the work of the organization, which is what we all want on our vacations. We've got Edward. Oh, Edward McWingerton, look at that. We're at $900. We're approaching the 4-digit mark. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to keep, I'm just going to keep babbling is what I'm going to keep doing. I'm going to keep the energy high. I'm going to tell you that the Rosewood, I have been there. I've been out on the patio. I have been out on the lawn. I've been to events there. I have never even seen inside one of the rooms. And again, I'm free, whatever night you're doing this. But there's no pressure there, really. This is something that is special. It's given by the Rosewood Miramar, and it's also, and we got Edward, oh, look at that. We can bid against ourselves. By the way, you can do that. We're up to $1,000. Thank you so much, Edward Van Wingerden. We are going to keep this open for a few more moments here, and I don't know what else to tell you. This is your own backyard. You know this place well, but sometimes you just don't want to sleep at home. And I will tell you something. What I've been doing for the last 8 months, Rachel and Edward. Now we got a bidding war going on. And this is a bidding war in virtual time. Which means there's probably a 7-second delay. But in slow motion, it's as beautiful as it ever was because the dollars all go to Los Padres Forest Watch. I personally have been waking up in a room every day, and we got Nathan in the room. Thank you, Nathan Kuntz. We got $1,200. Let's hear the woo. We got the woo factor here in the studio. I was about to tell you something that you didn't really ask me to tell you, but I'm going to tell you because it's my job tonight. I'm going to tell you this. I wake up every day in the same room that I then go back into to work because it's my bedroom/office. And so there have been days where I've dreamt about a Miramar trip just down the street, just somebody else's room. I've almost knocked on my neighbor's door to say, hey, can I just sit in your room for a while? Rachel's back in the game at $1,300. Thank you so much, Rachel. We're going to keep this open for a couple more minutes. $1,750 is the value. We're going to give it a first, second, third call in just a moment. But thank you so much. This is item number 1 of 4, and then we are going to give you an opportunity just to give and support the work, of course. But this is your first staycation, closest to home. We're going to start it off gentle. We're at $1,300. We're looking for 14. We're at $1,300. We are going to say going once, and it's Rachel. I don't know if Nathan or Edward want to jump back in here because we kind of had a 3-way bidding war going, but we've got $1,300 going twice. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say this in slow motion because I'm watching the screen and there's we've got Nathan into $1,400. Thank you so much, Nathan. That is the way we do it here. Anyone else? I don't know, Rachel, Edward, I don't know if you can let that get, maybe you guys can all go in together. Now that would kind of be weird. I don't think that works. Does that, Jeff? No, you don't want to do that. All right. We've got Nathan at $1,400. Mr. Kuntz, all right, we're going to go once at $1,400. We're going to go twice at $1,400. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to sell it at $1,400. Thank you so much. Give Mr. Nathan Kuntz a big hand. Here we go to item number 2. Item number 2. This is a 5-day stay at Lake Arrowhead. So 4 nights, 5 days, Lake Arrowhead. 6 to 8 guests. This is a beautiful, big place. They've got everything. Got shuffleboard table, bumper pool table, barbecue, an 80-inch TV. Why would you watch the TV, though, when you're up there at Lake Arrowhead? But you can. Hiking, fishing, mountain biking, way up high in the treetops, 3-bedroom, mountaintop home. Truly a masterpiece of style and design. Hardwood floors, beam ceilings, beautiful spot. I've seen photos. And we've got an outdoor entertainment deck as well. Master Suite includes a private balcony, access to activities on nearby Lake Arrowhead, of course, hence the name, but also Blue Jay and Arrowhead Village. So there's a lot to do here. Again, we're talking about 4 nights, 5 days for up to 8 people. Now, this is based on availability. We're March through June, September through October. Consecutive stay, which I assume you probably were going to do that anyway, but you can't just show up one day, then 6 months later show up again. You know that. No pets, no smoking. We're up through October of next year, so we've got a year to use this up through October of 2021. This was generously donated, and I want to thank Carol and Brian Gravel for their donation of this beautiful place. We're going to get this going, and it's already going. We're going to start at 500, but we're already up to 8. Oh, Jonathan Wang. Oh, I am going to call you, sir. Jonathan, thank you so much. A $900 bid. Anna at 1,000. Riso Santino, thank you so much. You got $1,000 and we're moving. Now this is easily valued at $2,500. Take your friends, get a group of folks together. This is a beautiful spot. We started at 5. We're already twice that at 1,000, and this thing should easily go for $350,000. We're at 11. We're at $1,100. All right, thank you, Lee. Lee Scarborough, thank you so much at $1,100. And who's next? I'm watching the screen. See, I just get to watch the screen. I get to watch you. Get to watch the screen. I'm going to look at you. I'm going to watch the screen, and I'm going to say who wants to go to 12. Who wants to go to $1,200 for a 5-day, 4-night stay, Lake Arrowhead, beautiful spot, hardwood floors, much like this beautiful space that we're in, but don't point the camera at the floors. Don't want to see that right now. We are at $1,100, and we're looking for 12. $1,100 looking for 12. And again, I will mention that, this is up to, we got 12. Rachel, back in the game. Thank you so much, Rachel. Rachel Barkley, $1,200. I really think that Jonathan and Anna and our previous bidders are not going to take that, so we're going to watch that closely here. But I have to say, it's a big, beautiful space, and truly, you could get a group of friends together, a couple of families together, and enjoy that. You can use it, again, March through June and September through October. Those are your windows for use of the space, and you have a year up until October of 2021 to do it. Rachel's still in the lead at $1,200. Oh, but Terry Lane, thank you, Terry. Good to see you, Terry. Good to see you, as we say now. $1,300. Thank you so much, Terry. $1,300. We're looking for 14. $1,300 looking for 14 for this beautiful place up in Lake Arrowhead. $1,300 looking for 14. The Gravel's home. It is a beautiful spot. Up to 8 people. It's a 3-bedroom place. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, I got notes and notes and notes here, but basically you got beautiful views, you got a beautiful home, and you got a great place to get away, because even in the current moment, I think we all know sometimes we just need a change of scenery. So we're going to push this one more time. We've got Terry Lane at $1,300. Thank you so much, Terry. Terry is bidding in once, so we're about halfway to value, folks. We're going twice at $1,300, and this is the point where I start speaking in slow motion. All right, we're gonna go once, twice, 3 times, $1,300 sold. Thank you so much, Terry. Let's give her a hand. All right. 2 down, 2 to go. Here we go. Now, for all ye who love food and wine, raise your hand. Soul Miner Vineyard, a huge sponsor, generous sponsor of a lot of the work of Los Padres Forest Watch and so much other good work in our community. Their vineyard, there's a beautiful 2-night stay and dinner with the winemaker for up to 6 folks. It's the private ranch house with the barn and vineyard right next to it, right close by. It's a farm-to-table dinner by our local chef, Jake O'Francis. The Valley Piggery is his place. If you're familiar with it, up in the valley, a catering business. You are right there you're with the farm animals. You got bocce ball. I don't know what farm animals and bocce ball have in common, but you got them both right there. So there you go. It's in a beautiful vineyard. You get to actually wander the property. This is something they typically only allow folks to do if you're part of their inner wine circle, wine club. So this is a very special thing. 3 bedrooms, 1 pull-out couch, 2.5 baths, full kitchen, air conditioning, Wi-Fi, outdoor barbecue. It's really quite spectacular. It's only a quarter mile from downtown Los Olivos, so you can go have an adventure in town. Linda Kropp has already bid this up to $1,100. Thank you, Linda. Give her a hand. All right, we were going to start that off at 5, and we did, but poof. There you go. This is easily worth about $3,500. And again, thank you so much to Chef Jake O'Francis, and of course to Anna and David Delasky, the owners who are generously donating this tonight. So Soul Miner Vineyard, if you're a fan of it, you should be, and if you're not, you will be soon. But you saw it in the silent auction. This is their space, and they're so generous at opening it up to us. So This is something that Chris Collier's in at $1,200. All right, Chris, thank you so much. Linda, I don't think you're... Oh, Edward Van Wingerden back on the board at $1,300. Thank you so much. And we got Linda back at $1,400. We have a true bidding war, ladies and gentlemen. This is the digital one. John LaPuma, speaking of winemakers, it's good to see you, my friend. $1,500. You can have a wine off, maybe. I don't know. It's not probably cool to go into somebody else's house and oh, Rachel, doesn't matter anymore. Rachel's in at $1,600. How about we go to $1,700? Oh, we got Linda Kropp is back into $1,700. Linda knows her wine, by the way, and I know that because I've had many glasses of wine with Linda at EDC in the courtyard. That's all I can say. $1,700, how about 18? 19? You know, you can just jump. By the way, $100 increments, you can do that, but you can also just hit that button like 700 times, and we can just fund the whole program. Wouldn't that do it, Jeff, about that? Yeah, all right, I got the thumbs up. Edward Van Wingerden is back in at $1,800. Thank you, give him a hand. We got $1,800 for a 2-night stay at the Vineyard with a private dinner with Chef Jake O. Francis, $1,800. I think we really need to push this into the twos. I just feel it. There's something about it to me. So let's see. Linda, you want to come back? You want to come back on the board? Or Rachel, you want to come back on the board? Or somebody new just out of the blue just want to shock me? Come back on the board. We got over 100 folks on this call right now. We got a lot of people out there. We know that this is a beautiful space, absolutely stunning. The wine, of course, is going to be excellent. You're going to be with the winemaker to make sure of it. And you have a professional chef catering the meal. Edward is currently at the top at $1,800. We're going to go $1,800 once. We're going to go $1,800 twice. And then I'm just going to sit here and stare at you for a moment. Did that get weird yet? All right. All right, we're going to go once. We're going to go twice. And we are going to sell this for $1,800. Thank you, Edward Van Wingerden. It is yours, Mr. Van Wingerden. Congratulations. Let's give him a hand. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, folks. Here's the biggie. Here's the final one. Here's the last straw. Not the last straw. That's a weird way to say that, isn't that, Jeff? This is simply the last auction item tonight. And this is a big trip. A big one, going further and further away now. So just down the block to just over the hill, and now we're going to send you down to Punta Mita, Mexico. This is a 5-night, 6-day stay for up to 12 people. 12 guests at an oceanfront luxury Mexican Riviera estate. It actually includes, there's a staff on site, a personal chef, a private pool, there's surf breaks, there's golf courses. It's a fishing village on the Riviera Nayarit. It is on an acre of land. It's a beautiful home. Surrounded by tropical foliage, white sand beaches, some of the best snorkeling, scuba diving. There is everything literally just outside the door right here. 2 world-class Jack Nicklaus golf courses if you're into that sort of thing, right there as well. And so it's right next to 2 national parks as well. Just an amazing place. We're going to start this off very friendly-like. This is really a $9,000 trip. We're going to start off at $1,000, and we're already up to $16,000, as we should be. Thank you, Chris Collier. Let's keep this going. Let's get this over 5. Let's get up into the 2s and then 3s and then the 4s and the 5s, and then we're just going to celebrate. How's that sound, folks? This is our last auction item of the night. We're at $1,800. Thank you so much, Carolyn. Thank you so much. And Chris is back on the board at $1,900. Thank you so much. We're going to keep this going. We're at $1,900. Let's keep pushing and pushing. Again, this is an amazing place. It is right down there. It is on the sand. It is next to the beautiful tropical, I was going to say forest. They said foliage. Foliage, forest. What do you think? Have you been there? Jeff, have you been there? Anybody here been there? I've seen pictures. I haven't been there. All right. So, Chris is already up to $2,400. I look away from the screen and look what happens. Thank you so much, Chris. We are talking about up to 12 people. Now, you can do the math on this. And I can tell you, the math on that looks pretty darn good if you got 12 people sharing that. 5 nights, 6 days, 12 folks, oceanfront luxury estate, really a staff on site. The food is going to be prepared there for you. You get to play, you get to relax, and you get to do that in beautiful outdoor natural setting. Marriott Island National Park and Bahia de Banderas Bay, both right there. Carolyn Chandler back on the board at $2,500. Thank you so much, Carolyn. Truly, this is the big one for tonight. So we're going to leave this open for a couple more minutes. Let's see who else wants to jump in here. $2,500 for 5 nights away for up to 12 people. Again, I'm doing the math in my head and I'm feeling pretty good about this. I kind of want in. Oh, wait. See, I missed one. We're already up to $2,700 with Nathan. Thank you so much, Nathan. I even saw a couple of folks jump in there. Gordon and Karen Seabury were in there. The Seaburys, come on. All of us are Toad fans, right? Right? We are. So let's see it again. Come on, Karen, Gordon, come on back to me. I'm wishing it. I'm vibing it. Okay, you're going to get to the chance to think about that. We got Nathan Koontz at 2,700, top bid right now. We're going to leave this for a couple minutes here, and we're going to move on to our program. So this is the big one tonight. If you want to get away, if you want to go south, if you want to get right next to that beach, of course we live next to a beach, but this is a different kind of beach. Warm water, big white sand beaches. You got big green forests around you. You got Jack Nicklaus golf course around you. We got Carolyn Chandler up at 3,100. Thank you so much. And in the meantime, the Seaberries jump back in, and Ethan jump back in, and still we're over 3. Now this is more like it. Now we don't really like to go to like 7 million, right? I'm sorry, 7. Okay, $3,100. $3,100. Can we move past 3,100? Remember, this is all for Los Padres Forest Watch. I'm going to sit here and babble, and nobody wants to sit and watch that on Zoom all night. Now, this isn't Zoom, of course, but all right, we're going to go 3,100 once. We're going to go 3,100 twice, ladies and gentlemen. Anyone else all in? Are we going to stop at 3,100? I think that we are not, because Heather jumped in, and I'm glad I paused. Oh, and Carolyn's back in. I think Carolyn wants us. We're at 3,300. Thank you so much for being a diehard here, Carolyn. We got $3,300. $3,300. And I'm going to start this all over again. We're going to say 3,300 going once. And it's up to 34 and up to 35. Edward, thank you so much. $3,500. We got the energy back. We got the energy back. Nathan's back in at 3,600. Oh, they're all talking now. All right, folks. We're at $3,600. Who wants to go to 37? Carolyn does. That's right. Carolyn's at $3,700. 37. Who wants to go to 38? I need to take a breath. Oh, but Edward's back at 39. We're going to get to $4,000. I feel it. Maybe even 5. And we did. And we did. There's something magic about 5. I really like the number 5. I don't know why, but we're at $4,000. Carolyn is at the top. Let's do one more push here. Can we get there? Can we just get a little bit beyond that? We're at 4,100. Thank you, Edward. 4,100. We are getting so close. $4,100. Do we have 42? We do have 42. Thank you, Carolyn. 42. Looking for 43. 43 or 44 or 45 or 46 or 47. We're at 42 with Miss Chandler. Thank you so much. $4,200. $4,300. The Seaberries are back in, and so is Edward. We're at 44. Oh, we're getting so close. We're getting so close. $4,400. Edward, thank you so much. There's something about this that still screams 5 to me, but I'm going to leave it to you. It's all your choice. Edward, you're at 4,400. I'm going to do my slow count again just to be sure. We're going to go no, we're not even going to do that. Carolyn's at 4,500. Thank you, Carolyn. Let's hear some woo. Let's get some energy from the studio here. All right, we got 45. We're looking for 46. We got 45. We're looking for 46. It's all for Los Padres Forest Watch. We got 45. Looking for 46. There's nothing like it being in a room full of all y'all. But instead, we got this camera. We got this screen, and I got a few folks just on the other side that you can't see, and I'm still feeling the love. I'm still feeling the love, and I thank you for it. Carolyn's at 4,500. 4,500. Looking for 46. We got 4,500. We're looking for 46, and we got it. Thank you, Seabirds. And we're at 47, Edward. Thank you so much at 47. And then we're going to get to 48. Carolyn's at 48. Oh, we're so close. 48, looking for 4,900. 48, looking for 4,900. This is just fun. I can do this all night long. 4,800, looking for 49. We got 48, looking for 49, or maybe even 5. And I think something magic might happen if we can get to that 5. I'm just guessing. Something's telling me in the universe that's been. And we're at 4,900. Thank you so much, Carolyn. 49. And I'm really looking for that magic 5. I'm pulling for it. I'm feeling it. And we've got it. Thank you so much, Edward. Edward, all right. At 5. Do we want to push beyond? Do we want to push beyond that? We got Edward at $500,000. Sorry, almost did that to you. $5,000. Thank you, Edward Van Wingerden. 5,000. Can we get to a 51? Can we get to a 51? If we can get to a 51, or I can tell you this, and I'm going to start my slow count again. We're at $5,000. We're going once. We're going twice. Now, Carolyn, you were the last bidder before Edward hit his $5,000 mark. If you will be so kind as to join him, I'm told we can do this twice. I just got the signal from the back of the room. We can do this 2 times, which would be $10,000 for Los Padres Forest Watch. So I'm going to go once, twice, and straight. Carolyn is up at 5,100. 5,100. All right. 5,200. Edward's at 50. And then we're 53. Oh, you're just having a conversation. I'm just going to sit here and watch this. This is great. All right. Carolyn and Edward. Keep it going. Keep it going. 52. We're at 53. Carolyn's on top here. 5,300. All right. Now, Edward, I'm going to give you the chance that I gave Carolyn a moment ago, but now she's setting the numbers, 5,300. If you will join her at 53, we can do that 2 times. So I'm going to say Carolyn's going to be our top bidder going once, going twice. We are going to say sold to Carolyn Chandler. Thank you so much. And Edward, if you will join at that same level, we can do it twice. So I want to just thank you. Everyone should give these folks a hand. This was absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much. And I want to just thank the Wellborn family for this donation. They made this possible for us, and that's a huge amount of generosity. So thank you to the Wellborn family. And thank you all. This was our auction, ladies and gentlemen. This is the end of this year's auction. And I just want to say that all of this, of course, goes to support the work of Los Padres Forest Watch. You know why you're here. You're still all here online with us tonight, and we're grateful for that. So thank you so much. At this point, I do want to transition and talk a little bit more about the work. And in this case, it's the work you've probably heard about most in our local media. And actually, it's made some national news as well. And you heard about it in the opening remarks from our board president and our executive director. And that is some of the work that's happening up on Pine Mountain. So please take a look at this video, and we'll be back with you in just one moment. Thank you.
The Forest Service has proposed a project to log centuries-old trees and clear chaparral across over 750 acres on Pine Mountain Ridge.
This one is a beautiful Jeffrey pine, just under 37 inches in diameter. The proposed project would actually allow the removal of trees up to 64 inches in diameter under really loose stipulations.
You can comment on this project right now by going to protectpinemountain.org.
Haku haku, kakti mola salaman, kapani shumolok mitskanakaten. Language and the land are connected. If we didn't have our land or water, we would have nowhere to speak our language. As a Chumash linguist, I am actively involved with trying to connect those things together. While I was away at school, I spent a lot of time deeply, deeply missing my homelands and my home waters. It's almost like missing a person. And so being here at Pine Mountain, seeing the trees, taking time to walk around, it really impressed upon me how much we have to lose. And I feel like I'm standing at a precipice watching what could be irreversible destruction.
So that's a bit about what's happening right here, right now. And all of this that we're doing tonight helps to make sure that the work of Los Padres Forest Watch as an advocate for our natural open spaces, our public lands, continues. And I want to thank again everybody who made that last auction moment a success, and that was a lot of fun. Even in this remote world, we're so grateful for you. Now I want to roll right into just an opportunity to give. We do this every time that we're together in person. And of course, sometimes that's really the best way, is just to say, I support this work. I can't offer you another trip right now. I can't offer you a getaway or a wine dinner, but what I can offer you is the satisfaction of knowing that this work will continue, that Los Padres Forest Watch will stay healthy, and that all of these moments where we have to respond, and all of this advocacy work, whether it's filing a lawsuit, raising public awareness, calling legislators, getting people out on the land, doing a cleanup, doing any kind of work, they can move at a moment's notice, and that's what they do here at Los Padres Forest Watch. So I'm going to start this off right at the top. I'm going to start this off at the $5,000 level and simply ask you to give. The way this is going to work, if you look on your screen, you will see a button. That button will say $5,000. And if it says that, you can push it, and that is how you will get the $5,000 gift to go. You can also come up with your own. You can come up with your own number anytime, and I want to thank all of you who've already done that. I saw some gifts coming in early on, and I'm very grateful for that. But what we want to start off and ask at the top level is anyone willing out there, just for the satisfaction of knowing that this work will continue, keeping Los Padres Forest Watch healthy. These events here in Santa Barbara, as well as Ojai Wild, are really the cornerstones of the annual fundraising work. And we want to make sure that the organization, of course, like so many of our nonprofit friends who've had to work this strange moment that we've been in 2020, that they stay healthy. And so this is our opportunity to do so. So I'm going to give it a moment. I'm going to ask you to consider $5,000. If this is in your means, if this is something you can do, if this is work that you care about, that's what we ask you to do. And all you have to do is hit that button, and of course our PayPay system will send you a little reminder, and you can check out and make sure those dollars get to where they're intended. So this is to fund all of the work. It's the Pine Mountain work. It's the work out on the Carrizo Plain. It's the work in your backyard. It's the work to protect species. It's the work to protect clean water. It's all of this together, and we're looking for a $5,000 donor. If we don't have a $5,000 tonight, we did just have some successful fundraising at the auction, but if we're not going to start at 5, what we can do is we can go, and by the way, thank you so much, Sharon. I see your pledge right there. I really appreciate that. Again, you can name your own price if you want. Let's go to $2,500. And if anyone decides they want to do that twice, guess what? 25 times 2 is $5,000. So we're going to move it down now and look at that button. It'll say $2,500. And we're going to look for someone to go ahead and push that button and say, yes, I will support Los Padres Forest Watch at the $2,500 level. And again, this is just to make sure that the work continues, to make sure the organization stays strong. And everything you've seen in all of these videos, that's what it's about. We've got a $2,500. Thank you so much. The Wellborns, oh, wonderful. That generosity continues. Thank you so much. Judy Stauffer, thank you so much. Another $2,500. I think I may have even missed one back under there. It's going so fast. But yes, thank you to the Wellborns. Thank you to Judy Stauffer. Thank you, Leslie Butani. Bow the $5,000 level. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you. 25 times 2. You're always there for us. I really appreciate that. So the Wellborns, the Butanis, this is great. Judy Stauffer, thank you so much. These are the kinds of gifts that just make sure that Los Padres Forest Watch is stable, can continue the work, and of course, year in and year out, they're here for us, so we're now here for them, and we really appreciate that. All right, we've gotten our 5s, we've gotten our 2,500. We'll make one last call on the 2,500. And by the way, if you change your mind in 5 minutes, 5 seconds, 5 days, or 5 years, you can always give them money because there's a website, there's a mailing address, and there's Mr. Kuiper and his whole team there ready to accept your support. Thank you, Gene. Thank you so much for your pledge. Wonderful. All right, we're going to go from $25 down to $1,000. $1,000. You can hit that button. It's going to show up there with just a 1000, and we are going to ask you. Oh, look at that. We got Russ. Yes, thank you, Russ Radom. Talked to you early. Rachel, thank you so much. In addition to bidding furiously, we got you here. And Edward, thank you so much. Edward Van Wingerden. We've got $1,000, $1,000, $1,000. This is great. We can just keep going like this. Anyone else want to give it $1,000? This is a really generous gift to help the work of Los Padres Forest Watch. We're at $1,000, and we've got, and the Wellborns again. Thank you so much. You can bat for the cycle. You can go 5, 250, 1,000, 500. Thank you so much for jumping in at all of these different levels. That's lovely. We can, with $1,000, I asked Jeff to shout it across the room to me about what that would accomplish here. But I think you all know. So Ethan, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And another 1,000. See, this is just beautiful. Thank you all for jumping in here. This is what it takes to keep the work alive and going and thriving. And I think you all know the team at Los Padres Forest Watch now. We're how many years in, Jeff? How many years are we? 16 years in. This is 16 years of work that we're celebrating at this point. I have to tell you, I remember when Los Padres Forest Watch was founded. I knew Mr. Kuiper back when he was merely an EDC intern. And here we are all these years later, and it's fabulous work. Thank you, Paula. Thank you so much at $250. We're going to go to $500. Let's bring it down to $500. $500 level. Hit that button when you see it turn to $500 if you'd like to give it that level. And we are going to shout you out and say thank you to everyone who does this. We're looking for support at the $500 level. And David Delasky, thank you so much. $500. Again, their generosity across the board. Oh, Mary Howe Grant, thank you so much, Mary. Thank you for the $500 gift, $500 pledge. You get to pay these on your way out if you'd like. You can do that tonight. You can do that tomorrow. You know that Jeff's going to call you anyway, and he's going to send you letters, or at least somebody is. Seaberries, thank you so much. Gordon and Karen, wonderful $500 gift. Thank you very, very much. Kate, thank you so much, Kate. Kayla Armendi at $500. Anyone else at $500, all you have to do is hit that button, and we'll make sure that those dollars get where they're intended, and that, of course, is to the work of the organization. Los Padres Forest Watch, founded 16 years ago, really to be a watchdog of our public lands. And, of course, in our community, we know how valuable that is. It is our backyard, truly, in this region. And I know everybody probably on this call, this event tonight, this virtual moment that we're all in, we all love to get outside into those spaces. So thank you again to everyone at $500. We're going to do one more call at $500, then we're going to drop it down to $250. We're going to drop to $250, and again, just hit that button at $250, and we will make sure that we follow up with you. And you can do it online tonight if you'd like. All right, there it is. The $250 button is up and out there. And thank you, Kurt. And thank you, Steve Bennett, who I'd also just talked to tonight, our newly elected assembly member, Mr. Steve Bennett. Thank you, Kurt, Steve, wonderful, $250. Who else at $250? Who'd like to go there? You know, I was about to do it, but I think I just bought a lot of wine in the silent auction. All right, the Wellborns, again, thank you so much at $250. Wonderful, wonderful. This is how you do it. Just hit the, see, it makes it really easy. Just hit that button and then don't look back. Just don't look back. All right, we're asking for a couple more at $250. We have Rustin Slager, thank you so much. Julie Ringler, thank you so much at $250. I love that I have this screen right here, and I know there's a little bit of a delay here, but I'm seeing it come through. I'm feeling the love. I hope you are too. I know Los Padres Forest Watch certainly is. And so we've got $250. We're going to leave that up on the table for a few more button hits. Just tap, tap, tap away for $250. And then we are going to move along. But I will tell you this, that ability to give will stay up. And again, even after tonight's event, if you would like to give, you can do that at any time. So we'll give it one more shot. Anyone want to just close this down with a flurry of $250 gifts? Just want to go for it. I'm watching the screen. I'm ready. I know you're ready. Those of you that have been holding back, you've been thinking about it, you wanted to hear something that really moved you. Clearly this isn't it. But you will later. There's going to be a lot more to come. And we're going to take those. All right, so thank you. I want to say a big hand to all of you. We have just now raised well over $20,000. We're going to calculate that when we go to our next video interlude, and I'll come back with you with a real number. So this has been fabulous so far, and what I want to do right now is actually introduce a couple of videos. Shakotsin Muraza and Todd Hannigan are some fabulous musicians, and they're going to play for you here in just one moment. And that'll be actually followed by our dear friend Hans Kohl, who of course is Patagonia's Director of Environmental Campaigns and Advocacy. So you have a moment here of some wonderful musical performance as well as some information from our friends at Patagonia. Please take a look, and we'll be right back.
Hello everyone, welcome to Santa Barbara Wild. My name is Shakotsin Muraza, playing the requinto jarocho for you today. And this is my friend Todd Hannigan playing the guitar. And thanks for supporting. We're going to play you a few songs, and we hope you enjoy.
Take me back to my country land. Take me back to my mama's hand. Raise the sail to the sailor sky. Raise your glass, raise it high. The ocean sang with the incoming tide. Waves crashed in the sea. There was peace on the land, peace inside of me.
Hi everyone, my name is Hans Cole and I'm the head of environmental activism for Patagonia. And I'm speaking to you from my home this evening where I live and work on Chumash ancestral lands. And I'm just really happy to be here tonight to have an opportunity to say thanks to Jeff and the team at Los Padres Forest Watch for all their incredible work in helping protect our community, our environment, our lands and waters and wildlife. This has been a really tough year. We've been facing multiple crises, everything from economic to health to racial justice and social justice. And on top of that, we've seen real attacks on our environment, on our lands and waters and public lands in particular. And in the midst of all this, it's more important than ever to have strong local grassroots groups like Los Padres Forest Watch. We rely on them to keep fighting for the things that really matter as we all struggle with our day-to-day. And this is the role that Los Padres Forest Watch has been playing, especially this past year. When the Trump administration pushed a plan to open up 1 million acres to new oil and gas drilling and fracking in our region, Los Padres Forest Watch was there to fight back and to alert the community to that threat. In similar fashion, when the administration pushed a plan to log old-growth forest and chaparral in the Los Padres region, it was Forest Watch, Jeff and his team, who were there to alert the community and help us engage right away. It was June, I know, when we first heard about the Pine Mountain situation at Patagonia, and I remember vividly getting the call and the email from Jeff asking if we could put a banner up on our store to help alert the community to this threat. And in spite of the fact that this was, it was June, it was right in the middle of the pandemic, the lockdown, it was one of the low points for us at Patagonia. Many of our people were facing furlough and financial uncertainty during the summertime. But that call to action from Los Padres Forest Watch really energized us. And within days, we had 2 banners hanging from the 2 sides of our store there in Ventura saying "Protect Pine Mountain." Now we know that a banner alone isn't enough to solve a problem like that, but I just share the story as one example of how important this group is to our community, how important they are to helping us know what the threats are, to jump in and be able to engage and take action right away when the need arises. So I know these are tough times. I know these are difficult times for many of us. Certainly they are for Patagonia and our community. They're difficult times to think about making a donation or making a contribution to a cause like this. But I just want to encourage all of us, to the extent possible tonight, as much as we can, to be generous with Los Padres Forest Watch. Jeff and his team have been there for us this past year, in spite of how difficult this year has been and the tough times. Let's be there for them tonight and be as giving as we can be in this moment. Thanks again for the opportunity to be here as one of the guests, and I look forward to a future when we can get together in person again for events like this. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Hans and Shoko and Todd, for the music. I want to thank everybody for sticking with us here tonight, for joining us tonight, for joining us virtually tonight. You have done an incredible thing already. You can see that little bar in your screen there. Over $40,000 raised just tonight alone. We'll talk about those numbers when we get to the end. I got so excited during the paddle raise, I forgot to even tell you could give $100. But frankly, you can give anything you want, and many of you have done that tonight. So there's a button on your screen for $100. There's also a button that just says, here's what I want to give, and truly, everything is appreciated, so thank you to everyone who's done that. You might notice here over my right shoulder, can I touch that? I don't think so, it's up on the screen. There is a link there that you can always click if you want to support Los Padres Forest Watch, so we thank you for doing that. So tonight, again, we have just a few more closing remarks for some special guests, and I want to first tell you the 3 videos that are going to follow right now. You're going to hear from Leah Thomas, who's the founder of Intersectional Environmentalist. We're going to hear from our very own Congressman Salud Carbajal, and then as a special treat, you're going to get another track from Shoko and Todd. So enjoy, and we'll be back with you in just one moment.
Hi, my name is Leah Thomas, and I'm the founder of Intersectional Environmentalist. Thank you so much for having me here. Public lands are incredibly important and definitely worth protecting. Not only are they ecosystems for some of our world's most beautiful wildlife They also provide recreational opportunities for us to be able to decompress and connect with nature. Unfortunately, as a social justice advocate, I've found that people of color have less access to clean air, clean water, and green spaces to be able to enjoy the great outdoors. And that's why, as an environmental justice advocate, I'm really passionate about ensuring that everyone has equal access to Mother Nature. This is Forest Watch's biggest fundraiser of the year, and it's an incredibly crucial time to fight for our wildlife and our public lands. So make sure to learn more, and please support Forest Watch and other organizations that are doing incredible work to ensure that we have a better planet that's safe and healthy for both people, all of the animals and organisms, and the world overall. Thank you.
Hello, this is Congressman Salud Carbajal. I want to congratulate Los Padres Forest Watch on another successful year of conservation and protection of our environment. Though we are gathering differently than in previous years, I'm glad we were able to come together virtually in support of our public lands while staying safely apart. I am proud to work alongside Forest Watch and our other partners to stand up for our public lands. Public lands are crucial for our health, recreation, science, and learning, and it is an important asset to our economy. We must continue in our quest to protect these treasures. This year, the House of Representatives passed several bills that I authored. First, the Central Coast Heritage Protection Act, which preserves over 250,000 acres, preserves the Los Padres Forest and the Carrizo Plain. And secondly, the California Clean Coast Act, which bans future oil drilling and gas drilling off our coast. Lastly, thirdly, we passed the Coastal State Climate Preparedness Act, which establishes a coastal state climate change adaptation planning and response grant program. Your support was instrumental in the passage of all of these laws in the House. But our fight continues in the United States Senate. With your help, we also hope to pass the California Land Preservation and Protection Act to stop BLM's plan to frack on our public lands. I am hopeful that in the next Congress, we will have a new United States Senate that will work with us to pass more of these important laws. Together, we will continue to hold this administration accountable for its policies that ignore climate change. For example, the auto emission standards rollback that they did. Secondly, the mercury rule for coal plants rollback as well. Those are just examples of what this administration continues to do to not address the important issue of climate change. I'm honored to work alongside all of you to create a better planet and future for future generations.
manzana, pajarito manzanero, ¿cómo quieres que la coma? Si no me baja la rama, pajarito manzanero, ¿por qué no come manzana? Tírame la lima, tírame el limón, tírame la llave, corazón. Eres mi prenda querida, eres adoración de los hombres, son las buenas mujeres. Que pajarito es aquel, anda y dile que no cante, que mi corazón lastima. Que pajarito es aquel, que canta en aquella lima. Ay, dime cómo te llamas para quererte, porque amarte yo no puedo sin conocerte. Y eres mi prenda querida, eres la perdición de los hombres, son las boyantes mujeres.
Thank you so much to Leah Thomas for your work, your remarks. Thank you to our Congressman Salud Carbajal, and of course to Shoko and Todd for another wonderful track. And you're going to get one more treat tonight before this is all over. If you look at your screen again, you can see over $43,000 raised, and that doesn't count our sponsors who actually made this possible. There's the cheering section. Socially distanced, by the way, way beyond the throw of the camera. Here's what I want to do tonight. Just on behalf of all of the folks that make up Los Padres Forest Watch, the board, the volunteers, the staff, everybody that's invested in this organization over the last 16 years, I want to thank you, every single one of you who've tuned in tonight and been part of this, every donor, whether you gave an auction item, whether you bid on an auction item, whether you won an auction item, or you just made a cash pledge. We're really grateful. But I do want to give a special shout out. Now, you saw those slides at the beginning in the lobby. These were all of our sponsors tonight. And actually, when you add in their generosity, we're over $75,000 for this event, according to Mr. Kuiper over there. So here's who I want to thank. The top sponsors tonight are, first of all, our Figaro Mountain sponsors. Leslie and Ashish Bhutani, thank you so very much. Yvonne Chenard, thank you. Dick and Marilyn Mazes, thank you so much. The Wellborn family, time and time again tonight, thank you so much. Gaviota Peak sponsors, we've got Carol Brown, Carol and Brian Gravel. We've got Carol Gravel Graphic Design, the Garden Street Academy. We've got High Wave. We've got Annika and James Newton Howard. Soul Miner Wine Company, Kenneth Volk Vineyards, all at that level. The Sisquoc River sponsors, we've got Griffin and Rachel Barkley, Brethren Studios, Environment Now, Peter Ford and Mary Howe Grant, Chef Jake Francis, thank you so much. Kelly and Rich Hill, Morton Mediation, Russell Radom, thank you so much. Christian and Melissa Riparetti-Stepien, Rosewood Miramar Beach Resort, Ethan and Hillary Stone, and Jules Zimmer and Carolyn Cogan, our top sponsors, plus all of those other sponsors. Take a look at the website, take a look on that slide, and again, that's what makes this kind of an event possible. I want to say that those sponsors all together and everybody that was part of this sponsorship effort provided meals through this partnership that you may have heard about, hopefully you did, with our food bank for Santa Barbara County. 85 families are getting meals for a month because of this arrangement, thanks to your sponsorship. So thank you so very much. We know this is needed at a time like this. It's needed year-round and any time, but right now in particular. So here's what's going to happen. If you've already checked out, thank you so much. You'll get a little reminder, that cart on Paybe. They'll say you can pay here. So if you've got a donation or a pledge to pay or an auction item to pay for, you can do it that way. You really tonight helped us raise well over $75,000 when all was said and done. Thank you so much. That's quite a feat, especially in this virtual environment. You can continue to donate on sbwild.org/protect. And with that, I'm just going to thank you. It's a pleasure being your MC and host here, and I really look forward to the time that we all get together in person again on one of those beautiful open spaces outdoors. But again, on behalf of all of Los Padres Forest Watch, thank you for your generosity. Thank you for supporting the work. And we're going to go out with one more fabulous song from Shoko Maraza and Todd Hannigan. Thank you all.
Running just as fast as you can. Running just as fast as you can. You jump ship way quick, but maybe it's thicker in the water. I've got some good news for you, my friend. The man is faster. Running just as fast as you can. Running just as fast as you can. You jump ship way quick, but maybe it's thicker in the water. One day you wake up and realize just what you're after. All right, thanks for tuning in to Santa Barbara Wild and supporting Los Padres Forest Watch.